Good evening,
Hello?
folks. Welcome. Yeah, figured that was coming. Welcome. Is there another one? Okay, I thought I immediately heard another one coming.
Nope.
I was like, Jesus Christ. Welcome to episode. Welcome to episode 16 of Sins of the Mother, an actual play podcast by Crits and Cantrips. We're playing the Dawn of Flame Adventure Path in Starfinder. I guess I need to say Starfinder 1E now, since Starfinder 2E is getting pretty official. We are getting close to Starfinder 2E release. I think they mentioned sometime in like July or August. Does that sound right, Brendan? I think that's
Maybe with Gen Con in August.
yeah. So we're looking forward to that. Should be fun. There's the potential over the next couple of weeks that we might get some more 2E content in, as one of our weekly games is off. So we might do some of that on some Monday nights, but we'll see what happens. But no, it's been a few weeks now since we've played. I'm looking forward to getting back into it. Guess I can now transfer over so I can actually see people and it's not just the start screen. Hello. Look at that good crits and cantrips sign above the head. Yeah, over there. There we go. I had a banter question, but it was kind of related to the end of last week's episode, so I'm going to do a quick refresher on that. You fucker. And, well, some of us are playing Dune Awakening. Some of us may have just launched it in the middle of the game
Wait.
to see if I would notice. I did. Yep, that's 2. It's 2 out of the 4 that launched it just to fuck with me. That's all right. We're having fun. We like sci-fi over here.
Fun.
We're having fun. We ended the last week's episode with like a lady trying to sell you guys stuff. So my banter topic for this week is there any recent purchases that you made that have been a lot of fun or very cool, or things that you would like to share? And not like a house or a car, like some thing that you probably didn't need, or something fun, or like a new board game, a new video game system, something like that, something for yourself. Any fun or recent purchases by anyone? Anything maybe you got felt scammed on?
Yeah. Finally splurged in that Pornhub premium subscription.
That's makes
Oh,
a world of
that's
difference.
worth it.
Austin's been hyping that up for a while. I've
Yeah,
heard.
definitely
Yes.
worth it. Yep. You can favorite things, save to watch later. It's all good.
Yeah,
Nope, we
share.
get too into it?
Share button. Just
It's gonna be a
smash that
gift?
share button. A
Could
gift
it be an
could
item
good.
that was gifted?
You, go
Yeah.
ahead and give a real answer, Justin.
3D printer.
There you go.
Yep, that's a good one.
I have also borrowed a Steam Deck
Ooh, cool.
from someone to play some games when I'm not at my computer, and
Yeah.
that has been very
Yeah, that's
very
cool.
fun as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Steam Decks are pretty cool.
I would say it's been just a little bit for me, but it's definitely got to be like the VR headset. I bought that VR headset. I mean, that was pre-Christmas, but it's like a Black Friday sale into last year. That's been a lot of fun. It's fun to play games on that. It's fun to bring it over to people's house. Quest 3S. I've thoroughly enjoyed that one. I actually just bought, because Dalton sent me a link about it. It's not here yet. It hasn't been released yet, but I did just buy a physical version of Gwent from The Witcher. They released a physical version of it for the 10th anniversary of Witcher 3.
Funny story about that too, Austin.
Uh-huh.
I got that link because I was in a Discord call with Jim, and he was like, "Oh wow, look at this," and he sent it to me, and I said, because I was with Jim and Danny, I was like, "Hey, I bet if I send this to him, within the hour he will buy it." And it was 15 minutes. 15 minutes later, he was
I was sitting in the movie theater waiting for Brendan and Sarah to show up, watching previews. I was the only person in the movie theater, so I didn't feel bad about being on my phone. I was like, that's pretty cool. I'll look at that later. And then I waited a little bit. I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to do it.
Look at it now. So you almost lost that bet just because of a movie.
That's true.
Yeah.
If Ballerina would have started like 30 minutes earlier, then would have lost that bet.
I'm okay with you being on your phone before the movie starts. If it's during the trailers and stuff, like, whatever.
It was during the trailers, but it was a couple that I had already seen, and like I said, I was the only person in the entire movie theater at the time, so I didn't feel bad about it.
There's a reason that they dim the lights at a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's when you start watching the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everything
lights-
else before it is
but the lights
absolute
are-
garbage.
The lights are completely on when there's nothing playing, and then they dim them a little bit when some stuff starts playing, and then they dim them more when other stuff starts playing. There's some good trailers.
I honestly, I kind of agree. I kind of agree with that. It's like a starter. Like, hey, by the way, we're about to settle in.
Yeah,
It's getting
like-
dark.
yeah, we're getting you in the vibe.
Yeah.
Brady makes a good point when
in,
you. Good.
No. Okay, I'll go. But in the Regal here in Lawrence, whenever they start to play a Red Band trailer, they dim the lights all the way just to give us some privacy if it's like a spicy trailer. And then they bring the lights back up afterwards.
That's amazing.
That's funny. You say trailers can get annoying when you go see movies a lot and then you're seeing the same ones over and over. But sometimes I really like to see the trailers over and over. Like the trailer for Sinners was really good, and I like seeing it. I like to see the Marvel trailers every time I go in, as long as it's the same trailer. I don't want to see like the new ones, but like I'll watch that Fantastic Four trailer on the big screen every time.
That new Superman trailer came out today.
Didn't watch it. Didn't watch that one. Too much new stuff. I've seen a couple like
A lot of good stuff.
I've seen a couple like shorts from it or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm not gonna watch it. We're close enough. I'm good.
You watched it, Dylan? You didn't usually watch trailers, no? I'm surprised.
Yeah. No, I've given up on the world, dude.
It's really
Right.
hard to avoid trailers altogether. You might as well,
Yeah.
lead it.
That was too much effort to try and like steer clear of like trailer spoilers. Like if they're gonna spoil it in a trailer, I'm most likely gonna get it in my system.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But my big purchase recently was I got my Glock 19.
Mm,
Hey,
Wow.
yo.
that's
Yeah,
dope.
I didn't need to get that, but I certainly got one now.
That's dope. Have you taken it to a range or anything yet?
No, not yet. Just been
Yes,
sitting on it.
see you launch the game, Brendan. I saw that. Corner of my eye.
Alright, I'll
That's
go
cool.
back to Invisible. so you
Yeah,
can see
that's
me
dope.
launch
You'll
it.
have to. There's that one. I won't talk about specific ones, but there's one up there, off the highway. Like I guess that doesn't matter. Off the
I'm just
highway
gonna be
by the
going to
Legends.
my ranch place.
Well, that
Yeah,
works.
they
too,
got
yeah.
a ranch out there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
cool.
the only place I'll shoot it.
Cool. Nice. Anyone else?
Recent purchases that I've splurged on. I spent quite a bit of money buying 2 copies of the
Dude,
June
early.
pre-order so that I could so that with the sole purpose. No, literally, it was Sarah and I's anniversary last week, and I took Friday off, and I think at some point during the day, I was like, oh, we could be playing the Dune beta, and I was like, obviously we got other things going on, and she's like, and Sarah was like, doesn't Austin want to play that with you? I was like, yeah, but he didn't pre-order it, so if we pre-ordered it, we could play it before
I
him.
did pre-order.
And
I
she
didn't
was-
pre-order the right edition. Just don't.
Yeah.
Just be fair.
Well, you didn't pre-order the full with DLC. But anyways, but like I was if we do it now, then he'll see that we're playing and then maybe he'll switch it up and he'll get it. And so she thought that would be so much fun. So I ordered 2 copies of it so we could both get on the beta
I wasn't at
and
home.
like play it. And then Austin was just like, "Yep, no, sorry, I'm not doing that." So
Wasn't at home, and I wasn't
You
gonna be
didn't
home
get
the next day.
yeah, we had all weekend to play it. We could have been so
I know.
far.
I really couldn't have been. I was so fucking
Cool.
busy this weekend. I didn't even hardly
That's
get
right.
any games in.
Either way, it will be the thing that we continue doing for a long time, I'm sure.
Cool. It's a good one.
No,
Dalton?
but yeah, I don't have any other other purchases.
Yeah.
Besides that. So,
No, yeah, Dune, obviously. It's, yep, all my time.
It's a good one.
Yep.
Okay.
we went to the Nelson Art Museum
Yeah,
here
no,
in Kansas City.
yeah, there you go.
Walked around that for a while.
That was cool.
Not like a thing that I can own, but the experiences, those are mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe you're
Own
not a
that
materialist.
experience.
That's right.
I didn't ask for experiences. I wanted material items that you bought. Things.
Yeah, sure.
Things last forever. Memories fade.
We got Popeyes today.
There you go.
Popeyes.
I have a water bottle. Oh, this water bottle is completely empty. That was smart. Yeah.
Whoa,
Got a
ball.
Bush Light. That's not empty.
A bush
getting
light.
there. It is getting there. All right, I'm gonna go fill up this water, and while I do,
Damn.
someone give a recap of what happened last week. It's all in the notes. That'd be
I
great.
will. Okay.
But take long enough for me to fill up
Session
my water.
15. Okay, you got about 30 seconds.
Ah!
Session 15, I said he gives up. What a loser. I don't know who we're talking about. And we finally got loot. And then we found out these guys are part of some gang, maybe called the Bloodshots. The boss's name was Mama. I wrote astral transponder in really, really big letters. Okay, and then we started getting actual plot or like details, like cryogenerics. The Meltdown Scrappers purchased the company last year. The company used to store sensitive gases and equipment. There's a warehouse with a key and a staff ID. We think somebody named Cecil was murdered for his key card.
He went on vacation.
Apparently, we can do research on literally anything. I think
true.
Austin just let us have all of the details for the backgrounds after a certain point because I was going to just take 20 on
Good
computers
point.
checks.
Yep. I didn't see a good rules reason to not let you do that. So.
Yep. Throsh Ved took over. Mama Throsh. Smugglers, and I think Austin described them as smugglers and larceny guys, which I would love to hear your definition of larceny. But Sirocco, there's Sirocco that wears orange and Bloodshots that wear white. There's 2 gangs that we're part of now. And then we went to the Brass Bazaar, and the sun literally smote me. I got smited by the sun, and then immediately thereafter, some lady tried to involve me into her pyramid scheme.
Yep.
She's just trying to sell us crap.
And when you guys got, because I was at the Brass Bazaar, you guys should be seeing the map, right?
I'm just seeing Dune. Am I supposed to be seeing Dune?
Oh my god.
I don't see the Brass Bazaar. I see a sandworm.
Okay, marked it over here. The Brass Bazaar. That's where you guys are at right now. So yeah, you got there. It's like a giant marketplace, basically. I think Sidmore went off to the bars. You guys went to start, kind of haggling for some goods or whatnot, kind of talking to people, and yeah. One of the shields failed. This place does not have a very good solar shield around it, so there was a solar flare that hit some of you guys. But yeah, we kind of ended last week with this this woman speaking to you. I don't recall if I uploaded a picture of her or not. Let me see. Don't think I did. I know I showed you guys a picture.
I don't think you did either.
I know I thought I showed you guys a picture though, but maybe I just did that through Discord. Let me see here. Because I would like to show it. So I put it in maybe I just shared my screen and showed you guys a picture. It's kind of embarrassing.
I did not recollect this.
Because you were just like, oh, she looks cool. Yeah, she's pretty cool. Let's do this. One moment while I figure out how to be a better host.
It happened. Thanks for trying.
Get there one day. We are
Oh no.
here. Here.
Better have my stream pulled up. I forgot.
Copy this and paste it in campaign for you guys. This is what she looks like. Just show this on stream. So I think that's okay to show. So this is kind of what this lady looks like that's talking to at least the 3 of you right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reread kind of some of this flavor text and kind of what she said just as a refresher for you guys. Then we'll jump over real quick before you guys kind of have time to respond. We'll jump back over to Sidmore, see what he's doing, and then we'll kind of move forward with the rest of this interaction, see how you guys want to handle this situation. So, the winding alleys of Corona open into a small plaza where a throng gathers around a woman in flowing skirts and a sparkling vest that matches the supernatural glitter in her eyes. She catches sight of newcomers and extends a hand. The crowd parts like water, and she draws near with unnatural swiftness. Ha ha! My new friends! No doubt these wearisome streets have run you raw, and I can only say that I empathize. They batter me down just as surely, and the only difference, my friends, between you and me is that I manage to greet every single morning fresh and renewed. invigorated and ready. How do I manage such a feat, you no doubt ask? Not with pillows or pills, no, but with this wondrous device, the perplexing penultimate patent in pain palliation, the Atablossom. Yes, imported at great personal expense from the wondrous genie laboratories of the distant plane of air. This device blends magic and technology in heretofore unexplored genius, restoring vitality as you sleep. Yes, with an Atablossom, no injury is too great, no ailment too malignant. You'll sleep like a baby and then awaken like one reborn. And this kind of silvery, iridescent sphere in her hand hums quietly before sliding open like a flower. She goes, "Now, how much would you expect to pay to never need a doctor again? To never bother your neighborhood mystic? Would you pay 5,000 credits? No, 4,000. Preposterous. Not 3 or even 2. No, today and today only, because I can tell you are injury prone daredevils. I shall practically donate this wonder to you for a meager 1,000 credits. So, how many should I wrap up for you?"
That's
Boom, that's
wild.
happening on. That's going on.
But this lady thinks that we have 1,000 credits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to haggle with her here. Sidmore, what are you doing?
Well, tell me this. So I split off to go to a bar. How long in between has that happened? Between how
I'd
much time?
say they were probably meandering around for about an hour, maybe 2. So between
Okay.
going through the
Yeah.
solar flare, recovering from that, talking to people, and then kind of meandering through the streets a little bit longer, and running into this lady, you're at about 2 hours in. We could jump back a little bit to see if you
Okay.
if you had done more
No,
stuff.
that's
So
good. That's good.
Okay.
So yeah, the last you see is Sidmore walking into a bar, and then yeah, camera cuts to all that. Whenever it comes back, a couple hours later, uh, you hear a bunch of it's the camera is essentially still outside the bar, same location, just kind of like low shot from the ground, looking up, and you hear a bunch of commotion going on and a little bit of shouting, and then you hear a glass or two break, and then you just see uh, Mr. Ramdis get thrown out of the bar and into the street, and he is incredibly intoxicated. Gets like I'm assuming it might no he just gets very dirty like it's maybe this little bit of a grudge in the street
Okay.
and kind of stands up and he goes, "Well, fuck you then. I didn't need to fucking drink here anyway." And he starts stumbling down the street and like goes down alleys and just kind of starts meandering.
Okay. I'll say you probably meander enough to start seeing maybe a crowd form, and maybe you hear a little bit of this woman kind of giving off this speech. So maybe you can't get to this interaction immediately, but you could probably meander your way that way if it's something that interested you. So, all right. So we will jump back to this situation with this lady trying to sell you guys something. Uh, what do you want to do? What are you thinking?
I think I would say, I can't believe she thinks we have 1,000 credits to spare.
I know, right? And I mean, that scheme was just so prepared. You know, it seemed almost like she had practiced it one too many times, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, Ace just kind of shakes his head and like just ignores because 1,000 credits is, you know, it's ridiculous. We don't have that, so he's not interested.
So she kind of notices you. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I don't know. Like 1,000 credits in terms of Starfinder is like all of the gear that we have as first level adventurers, which is probably significantly more than somebody makes in like a day or a week. You know, I imagine wages or something like maybe 10 credits a day. So like, like this is like months of saving. She's just like, hey, you have this on hand, like, but
Yeah.
either way, I mean, there may be some high rollers. There may be people that walk into a giant interplanar market like this, and have that kind of cash. But like, I don't know. She just expected us to want a bunch of whatever this is. Like, does she have any other way to keep us engaged with what she's talking about? Or is
Well, I
that
mean,
it?
if
That
you
was the whole plan.
guys, one second, Justin, this is the only map right now. You're good. There's not necessarily
okay.
like the street map, so yeah,
Okay.
we're good. We're just kind of in the Brass Bazaar right now. Whoops, I think I can pull you guys into this. Well, if you guys like try to leave, she almost like forces you to stay. Like people kind of gather around you, and like she's almost like very guilty. She's like, wait, where do you think you're going? You haven't even attempted to speak with me. Come on, give me a barter. I'd be happy to hear you. So there's like a number of checks that you guys all could be doing here. This is almost like a mini game where you can try to like understand more about what's going on with the situation. Like there's the opportunity to like try to haggle with her via like some diplomacy checks. Um if you have any professions amongst you guys that might be relevant to the situation, there's some checks you could make there. Sense motive checks to try to figure out what the vibe is of the place. Intimidate checks to try to, scare her off or convince her to stop. You could do, medicine checks to learn more about the device, or even mysticism checks. Engineering checks to learn more about the device. Like, there's a variety of different things you could do here. But essentially, you guys are trying to figure out some way to either say yes to her or to convince her to like give you this item for a good price, or convince her to let you go and convince her to say no. So there's a number of checks that you can do to kind of learn more about this situation, if you would like here. So
I guess I'll do an engineering check to learn a little bit more about the device.
okay, yeah, when she kind of holds it out, maybe you are kind of looking it over, and see if anything jumps out to you.
17.
Let me see. I need to make sure I know what the numbers are. Yeah, 17. It's not something that you recognize. So it's you're not quite sure the engineering on it, so you can't really say one way or another if you understand what's going on. Why doesn't everyone here first give me a culture check? Actually,
would I at least be able to tell if this is something that like looks legit, or if it's
it looks like a device that does have a function. Like it's not just like an inert piece of machinery. Like it definitely would do something.
So it's not like a toaster with a bunch of weird shit taped onto it to where it's like, oh, this is obviously a forgery.
Yeah, it definitely is like some sort of item.
Okay. And you said culture?
Yeah, give me a culture check.
Austin, I'm gonna roll a perception to see if Rhondas even notices this situation.
Okay.
You tell me if he does, based on what I roll.
Okay.
Not great.
What'd you get?
He got a 7.
Yeah, you are probably pissing in an alley somewhere right now. Then hasn't quite been loud enough for you to understand what's going on. I saw one in the chat there. Looks like Brendan probably
got a 10. So.
10. Anyone else?
I got a nat 1.
Yeah, and I got an 8.
Solid rolls, guys.
Okay, yeah. So you guys do not recognize this device from anywhere. Like there's not anywhere on your travels or anything like that you have necessarily seen something like this before.
Okay. Then I would like to look at it from the medical side of it. See if this cure-all that she's selling has any validity.
Yeah.
Ooh, for a 17.
Okay. So yeah, you are looking at this device, and it definitely looks like it has some sort of healing properties, like some sort of benefit from its use, but you're just really not sure beyond that. Like you can't say that what she's saying is a lie, but you also can't say that what she's saying is the truth. Like you're just not sure. So you guys can still do like mysticism to try to take a look at it, or diplomacy or intimidation to try to to try to just haggle with her to get her to leave you alone.
Could I use my profession criminal to kind of see how I could get my way out of it in terms of
Yeah, go
like
ahead,
someone
give me that.
that's
That's a fairly relevant check. You would probably, at least if
Nice.
not know how to get away, you could probably maybe figure out what's going on here a little bit more with that too.
Figure out how to steal it.
There you go.
Okay. So 22.
22. Okay, with the 22, you know that she definitely seems like some sort of a con artist.
Yeah,
But
okay,
she also looks overly confident. Like she knows that she is probably going to win one way or another. Like even if she doesn't end up selling this thing, like she seems like she would be okay with that. So it makes you a little. She's not a normal con person. Like there's something else deeper going on here.
Like her product is legit, and so either she sells it or she's immortal.
Something like that.
I'm gonna do. Just since she seems so confident, I'm gonna do a quick perception check around just to make sure that
Okay.
no one's trying to pickpocket us or some shit like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Always good to
Not
look out for.
not too bad. 18 perception.
Yeah, I mean there is a crowd around you, but they all just look like they are like just paying attention. They're just basically in the same boat that
Okay.
you guys are in. Like they're just kind of paying attention. No one
yeah,
jumps
it's
out
just
to
with-
you as like
Okay.
staring at you too long or anything like that.
You see a raggedy old man taking a piss in the street, but other than that,
Yeah. I feel like I saw him before or something. He seems a little bit.
Yeah. Just with
Uh,
her being so confident, it like Ace is kind of thinking this might be a distraction that someone sneaks up behind us and tries to pull a fast one over on us or
Yeah.
something like that.
Little kids in your pockets.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Ace. I'm gonna do diplomacy to just kind of be like
So what I'll say is
kind of
each one of
out of it, I
you
guess.
needs to give me, if you don't want to buy this device, you will need to give me a diplomacy or an intimidate check to get out of this situation. Otherwise, something will happen, basically.
I'm gonna
And
do
based on the
intimidate.
checks that you did to learn about things or not learn about things, you'll get a cumulative bonus between you guys.
Okay.
I will say right now, haven't really learned anything.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna do an intimidate because my bonus is a little
Okay.
better on that. 17. Right, hold on. Yeah, +5, 17.
Okay.
And just kind of, do we look like we need this type of thing? We're tough enough that we don't need this.
Oh, but you do, darling, never having to visit the doctor again. Doesn't matter how strong you are. Everyone needs to see a mystic every now and then. Everyone needs a long night of sleep. Not with this device. No, no, no. So
Can someone help me? I don't know how to make her leave.
No, you see, she's continually making problems for us. She's beginning with what we need, and then she is the solution. That's how the
You don't You don't understand. I was temporarily in charge of office supplies during my time with EdgeCorp, and we ended up with 7 new vacuum cleaners. We paid another company to come in and clean the office. I don't know why these vacuum salesmen kept preying on us. I got a 7, so I
Okay.
think I'd buy it.
well, you can buy it or you
Whatever
can do the
happens,
check.
happens.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you probably can't buy it. So all right.
And I got a 17 on my diplomacy.
Okay. And then I guess Sidmore is Ramdas is Jesus fuck. Whichever one you are, the drunk guy.
Ramdas.
Ramdas is lucky to have avoided this situation right now.
Yeah.
Good
drunk at the
perception
right
check. Because
time.
you would have rolled higher on that perception check, I
Oh.
would say you did wander over. So yeah, it looks like you guys are trying to walk away, and as you walk away, she's basically like like the crowd finally parts, but she's like yelling at you, and like the things she is saying to you as you're walking away, like you feel it in the back of your mind, like she's implanting self-doubt and like confirmation bias, and like the sales pitch almost feels like magical at this point. And like she says that like you're going to regret this. You will have, there's going to be a series of poor choices and bad luck that come your way. And she essentially curses you all in a way that you guys are going to take a -2 penalty to attack rolls and skill checks until over a certain period of time. And you'll be able to roll will saves over this period of time to try to break these horrible thoughts that she's put in your head. But you guys leave that place thinking, man, I wish I had enough money or understood what was going on enough to buy those Blossoms from her. Like,
damn, we
just
are living in the gray world of an infomercial.
Yeah,
with
and it's
really
like
big red no symbols.
it's
just
really
blotting her
really
out.
working on you too. Like you just feel like fuck. Like how it's
That's
like the
brutal.
opposite of buyer's guilt. Like after you buy like a big purchase or whatever, and you kind of feel bad about it or whatever. Like it's the opposite of that. You're like, I should have bought that. Like I just
Yep.
should have bought that, and you just have
And
this bad feeling about it the rest of the day.
just so I'm clear, I didn't get affected by that?
No,
'Cause
you
I was
weren't there
pushing
yet.
the street.
Yeah. I don't think you had made your way back
just
yet.
making sure.
He's opted out.
When
was
can
smart.
we start taking the
I'll let you know.
making the will saves? Okay.
You get it off the rip, but there's I will let you know. Okay, so you guys have had a bad experience there. What's the plan now? Where are you headed? What do you want to do?
We were going to, was it a warehouse that we were
I think
gonna go and
yeah.
like stake out or something?
It was the cryogenerics was like the key card in the place that you guys had like kind of figured out that's where you wanted to go.
Okay.
Just was making sure if that's what you guys want to do, that's great. If it's not, if there's something else that you want to do in this marketplace or this brass bazaar beforehand, or prepare for that warehouse in any way, you certainly can. But if you would like to head that way, you have a rough idea of where it is based on you did all of those computer checks, so it's not like it's a hidden place necessarily. So up to you all.
I'm cool to head that way, to the cryogenics. Anyone else? I don't know if there's really anything.
Cryogenerics.
Cryogenerics, sorry, cryogenerics.
It's a play on words.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything we can really do to necessarily prepare for that, but does anyone have anything they're wanting to do?
We were gonna go shopping, right? Or did we do that
Yeah.
already?
I think I
Oh, I
bought
thought
what
we-
little I could.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say that's a good point. I don't remember if this was for me testing or not testing, but I am okay with it either way. There should be 4 batteries in the shared batteries compartment, or the shared inventory on Vestas right now.
Yes.
That should be working again. There's 2 high capacity, 2 standard. If
Yeah,
I
and I
wasn't
do
supposed to
see
give
the-
them to you, I will let you can just take them.
I do
regardless.
see
It's
the
not a problem.
ability to transfer those.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I reached out to the guy and he was able to get a release out that fixed that, so which was pretty cool.
But yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else that I can do to prepare, really. I mean,
Mhm.
if we're rested and we want to go to check out that warehouse, I think we should strap Ramdis to the back of a wagon or something and head out.
Yeah, what does that interaction look like when he joins back? Because
Well,
you probably haven't seen.
did they notice me? Because I'm still just
Uh,
wandering. I
I don't
haven't noticed them at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Did
I
you
think
guys? You
I
guys think
think
you
I
would
just
go
were
look for him as you're headed that way? Or what's
yeah.
that kind of look like?
Ace would. He would find him and uh kind of give him a few like smacks, not necessarily hard, but just kind of the like, hey, come on, we're moving along. Let's get going, type of thing. Um,
Let's
I
work,
don't
buddy.
even know where we're at right now. Hey,
I'll and Ace, he just kind of, oh yeah, I forgot about this whole thing. And then he'll just kind of give him the
This
quick
whole thing.
lowdown. We're going to cryogenerics. There was some fighting last night that your the other guy was helping us out with.
Is there more fighting? That's hilarious. You must have been seeing things.
Maybe. Maybe
I will
we'll see
begrudgingly go with them though.
Okay, that
I
makes
won't,
sense.
I won't all the way like it, but I will still go.
Okay, well, let me actually make sure I have the right you out then. May or may have not assumed the other way around. Okay. All right, so yeah, I will pull you guys to a new map here. Let's make sure this works. Activate. Okay.
Whoa.
So you guys arrive here. Let me just pause this for now. So when you guys get here, you guys see this warehouse. It has a pale blue-gray paint peeling down the sides of this curving warehouse like streaks of ashy sweat. Large windows provide a view of dated office interior, a story high, while large loading doors open into a much larger two-story facility in the back. And there's a smiling snowflake on a sun-bleached sign out front proclaiming cryogenerics. Keep your cool.
That's funny because
Uh-huh. So you guys would actually, I guess I'll maybe just through a door in the middle of the road there. Let me pull you guys over here. So you guys would actually probably come up this way. I will note updates to Foundry. When you click and drag your character now, you should see distance, just like normal, like you would on map tools. So that is a nice feature again. And I think if you hold, I think we don't really do this very often, but if you hold control and then just click a bunch, like you can put your guy like on a path. So not that you have to do that during combat, but it is cool to know how to do it. So yeah, you guys would know, or you know that you have a key card to this place. Like that is one of the pieces, like one of the items that you looted off of those bad guys. So yeah. What would you guys like to do? This looks like the front door here, like to the office, and then there's like this kind of side door over here that looks like it leads like into like the factory. But like this looks like the front door per se, like into the office. So
Are there many people around, or is it just are, like, we kind of
I
the
mean, it's
only
like
ones in
moderately
here?
busy. Like there is definitely people that are walking up and down the streets, but this is like kind of this is more like an industrial part of town, so there's not like as many people as there was like down in the market, but there's still
Okay.
like a number of people like kind of walking up and down the street.
Does there appear to be any sort of commonality uniform or anything, or
No, I mean you see like a couple groups of people maybe walking with like similar uniforms, like maybe they're on lunch or coming home from work or something like that, but you don't. Nothing jumps out to you as like suspicious or odd necessarily about the people that are kind of walking around. No one really seems to be giving you. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I was more wondering if we were sticking out like a sore thumb.
Not at first, but if you stand here just outside the door for a long time, like people maybe start to look a little bit. But there's such a wide variety of people that are kind of within the Brass Bazaar that you guys aren't necessarily standing out very much. Maybe you look a little too clean. Well, except for
Not me.
yeah, I was about to say except for you. Except for old Rhombus, probably doesn't.
I
look
still have
super
a
clean.
banana peel like hanging off my shoulder.
You can have bananas in space. Space bananas.
Space bananas,
Okay.
same thing.
Okay.
Calcium
They
in a
run pretty
fucking.
quick on the sun, but they're
Calcium.
still good.
Calcium, yeah, bananas, big calcium sources.
Whatever.
Maybe I don't know.
Potassium.
Potassium is the
Whatever.
stereotype.
That's one of those.
Are you eating a
Ace
banana now?
will Ace will have his vote to go towards the factory door. Just
Yeah. I mean, just the fact that we have a key card means that we could probably sneak in. I just don't know how sneaky of a party that we are.
Because I think going in through the front door and just kind of being like, "Hey, where can we use this key card?" is a little.
Yeah, actually, that's a good call. Why don't
little
you guys
weird.
give me a perception check here, actually, like as you're kind of looking around up front. That seems like a good thing to do when you get to a new building.
Perception
Yes,
plus
sir.
3, right?
At 20.
Natural 20. Okay.
Nice.
For a total of.
Mine was a 12.
Yeah, natural 20 will definitely be enough for you to recognize that there's definitely like a key card reader at this front door, but you didn't see one like on the garage door necessarily.
Okay.
Is the garage door this one over here on the side?
Yeah, this one's the goddamn, I keep map tools in
Okay,
it. Yeah,
so
this one is like the
key
garage
card
door. It's like a
over
double door.
here.
Yeah, the front office is the
Okay.
one that looks like it has a key card on it.
Okay.
I'm going to pull everyone in again. My module that follows where my mouse is has not been updated yet, so I have to use that functionality to move the stream view around. So I might be pulling you guys a little bit more than you would like. Or a bit as
Yeah, I feel like
normal.
you're old going through portals, but I think it's fine.
Since that's the one with the key card, then I think that's probably the direction we should head.
And do we have a plan? We're not lying, are we? We're just going straight in.
That would be
These
what
guys
Ace would
like
be.
these guys like broke in. You know, like they
so
they weren't really like
to run it back, this
assume
is
it-
the location that you guys found that they sent the data to. Like this was the endpoint for the astral transponder. So I don't know if you have a goal past learning what's going on with that. But just as a reminder, that's kind of like what brought you guys to this location.
If Sid were here, he would suggest the janitor routine.
Jesus Christ. Thank God.
Yeah, you're better.
Should we
half
do
is with us now.
it's not get help, it's I'm a bomb? Is that your guys?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's our version.
I am a bomb. Just turn red.
It worked so well.
It was a very much a highlight of the series thus far.
I certainly think so.
Just let me know what you're thinking.
Yeah, I think
Also,
going in and just getting an idea of what this place does to see if maybe we can figure out why why they wanted that information. Like,
sure, yeah.
Did we get an idea of what information was stolen, or
It looked like it was just like generic data, but like you weren't like 100% sure what was taken and what wasn't. The assumption was that it was probably the data that you guys brought, or it's just ironic timing. But I also just wanted to call out here, and maybe it's not great to reverse call out Paizo here, but look how great this map is. Look how solid those grids are. Look how great that compass is in the bottom right that's half cut off. It's just really good stuff.
Yeah. It's mainly blacked out for us, but yeah, this alleyway is pretty crisp.
Yeah.
The shadowing is good. I can tell there's like little like it looks like it's snowing very
I do have the
lightly.
snowing. I thought that was I think it's supposed to be more like ash for snow. It's cold.
Yeah,
that's
just ash is
it's a fun effect that I put in, so
she just always had the red like ambers going, so it's like we're on the sun.
On the sun, yeah. Yep. No, I recently figured out how to do a bunch of different effects from some of the mods that I have, and I was just throwing shit around everywhere and couldn't figure out how to delete it. But this one turned out pretty good, so I'm gonna keep it. But yeah, so you guys want to try this front door then?
Yeah.
Okay. Who has the key card? Who's opening the door? or going to try to open the door rather with the key card that you assume works here.
I'll try it.
Okay.
Ace will follow shortly behind.
Yeah, everyone put themselves where they want to be for when this door opens.
The door's opening.
And also with this update, we got sliding doors. Look at the door.
Nice.
It's opening. It's closing. It's opening. It's closing. All right. Yep, you're able to open the door. The key card unlocks the door. And this looks to be some sort of a front office. So let me give you a little flavor text for this front office. So it says, this chilly lobby is dingy and outdated, with cracking chairs and a flickering view screen playing a trivid loop of storage services that the business provides. 2 doors to the north wall, both bear keypad locks and large signs that read, warning, extreme cold beyond this point, in several different languages. If it matters to you, the ceilings in this room are about 12 feet high, more or less, just to give you an idea of what's going on here. Go ahead and, once everyone's inside, give me another perception check as well.
Why can't I walk?
Ace is starting to think that just because it didn't know about it, but probably should have gotten some sort of cold gear.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Then you should be more or less fine in your armor. Well, don't not forget
Okay.
that. But yeah, unless it's like extreme, it'll be fine.
So, 16 perception.
15 perception.
Oh wait. 23.
Nice.
Okay. So.
I got a natural 20, but it's only 19.
Oh no. Okay. Does the natural 20 matter at all for a skill check? That's not like a Pathfinder raise 1 level of success higher type thing, I don't think, necessarily.
I mean,
It's
if you're
not
fun,
Pathfinder.
yeah, if you're any fun, it's always special.
Okay.
So,
Well, it's okay because which one are you again? Ramdis got high enough to go what I was going for here. So I'll say Ramdis
Damn right I did.
he kind of stumbles in and like immediately goes to like this front desk seat here. And like he sits down in there and kind of like kicks his feet up and like throws his hands down. And as he does, like a piece of paper like falls onto the ground. And Hyperion notices the piece of paper that kind of like falls onto the ground. And it looks like there's just like a like 6-digit code written on like this scrap of paper that was seemingly like taped underneath this desk.
Excellent.
Hyperion, there's also a computer in here if you'd like to take a look at that computer at all. There's some potential information you could try to break into this computer that's in here. I don't know if I made it clear that there is a computer behind this desk as well. But yeah, you found a piece of paper with a code on it, and the door outside and the doors in this room all had a numpad with them as well. So your logical assumption would be that would be for that. I'd say computer is probably here.
Did I sit down here or did I sit down over here?
You sat down over here.
Okay.
I didn't mean to just move you here. I got to ban this random person in the chat. All right, we're good. Okay. Yeah, do you want to give me a computer check here, Brendan, to see if you could access this computer?
I've been doing everything in the chat so far, and it's been really, really horrible for me. So got to keep that up.
You got an extra 20 your last throw.
That's true.
That levels out a little bit.
On the one that I have a -1 on.
There you go.
All right.
25. Okay. Yeah, with a 25, you might even like chuckle a little bit at how laughable this security system is. But it seems like once you're inside the computer, it contains like nothing super crazy. It's got like legal business documents, non-Ikeshti employee records, and it's got a background image of 2 Verthani men embracing with Stella Kuna as a backdrop.
Define embracing.
You know, it would be really up for interpretation because the book says they're embracing. Imagine it's a big old hug.
It'd just be them clasping forearms. That's an embrace.
Okay. Clasps and songs like
I like how you. Austin is unwilling to commit. He said they're hugging. All right.
What do you
okay.
imagine when you think of two
No.
Verthani men embracing?
Well,
with
if they're two
Stella
Verthani men, you know.
That's
it
what
makes
I'm
a huge
saying. Like, it
difference.
kind of matters a little bit.
Boy.
Like if they were Akeshtis, like I don't know.
I don't know. You said that there's a record of everyone on the staff that's not an
There's
Akeshi?
non-Akeshti employee records. Yep.
All right, so it's a racist. I mean, I guess it is it's a warehouse run by a gang, so some level of racism is expected, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a logical conclusion. Nothing about
Alright.
that jumps out to you as odd necessarily, given everything that you've
But there's
seen
no.
here thus far.
Okay, I'm inside, right? This is on the computer. I'm in
Yeah.
here.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even. Yeah, you might have a hard time getting in the doors in the
Alright.
grid.
There's 2 doors in there. You said these doors are or are not locked.
You haven't tried, but they do have keypads next to each of them. So.
And we got a 6-digit code. Is
Got
this a
6-digit
6-digit
code.
keypad?
Well, I mean, it's a numpad, so you could try 6 digits in it. It doesn't tell you how many numbers you need.
Sure.
You do need 3 special characters and 1 uppercase letter and 1 letter in Akeshti. So that was a joke.
And
you don't need any of
there's
that.
nobody else here?
No one else seems to be in
We
this
just
room.
walked into the front office of this warehouse on a Saturday, and there's just nobody here.
No one's here.
Do we have a preference on which door we go through first?
I will say again, both of them say warning extreme cold beyond this point. So
It does feel like we missed that detail when we were coming here. But that's okay.
I think we have a flamethrower, right?
Yeah,
He's
everyone
got-
crowd
about
around
that?
it.
I do have the flamethrower.
All right. Just saying. I don't want us to forget about that.
You guys would know that it would have to be pretty freaking cold for it to matter, as long as you guys all have armor on that's got environmental protections. So similar to how in the outside is technically like dangerous heat, but you guys aren't taking any damage because you have armor on. It's just uncomfortable. It's just hotter. Like today in my room, it's hotter because it's hot outside today, but I'm not dying because I have air conditioning. Kind of a similar thing. So
Sure.
yeah, I mean, you guys tell me which door you want to try to open, if either of them.
We think
Do we just want to flip a coin and pick a door just to get going?
Well, we know that the right door goes to the garage, or at least near it, because that's where it
Yes,
was
sir.
on the outside. So, do we want to go to where we know or where we don't know? Do we want to explore
Well, I
more
can't
than
think of
know?
much. I can't think of much like informational value of going to the garage.
Okay, cool. I can get behind
Unless
that.
you guys can think of something that we would benefit from learning or whatever from going to the garage.
Well, they're all scrappers, so I imagine we'll just find parts and stuff in there. Maybe a mechanic. Yeah, I'm good for left door. That's where my head's turning. I'm also just right here.
It doesn't matter to me which one we choose first. I want to try the password
On the left door? Okay.
on the left door.
All right. So you try to put in the passcode. It blinks green. You hear what sounds like things unlock. So if everyone is where they would like to be, again, I can open this door for you. We're good? Rhombus, you dying in that chair still?
Yep.
Okay. All right. opened up the door. So let me just pause here for a moment. I don't know why the shadows look like that, but I will figure that out. Let me do a little revealing based on what you guys have shown me. Let me do this. Do that. And fuck it. You guys see all these guys. Okay. So you guys open this door and like a blast of cold air kind of comes out and hits you. It almost feels pleasant for like a second, but then you're like real cold inside of your suits. It just keeps getting colder. So not damaging you in any way because you're wearing armor. But in the same way that it is very uncomfortably hot outside, it is very uncomfortably cold inside of here. Actually, why doesn't everyone give me a perception check first? And then I will give you some of this flavor text as this door opens. Everyone that can see. I guess we don't really need Rhombus. You really don't need to do one necessarily.
Did I see anything?
I imagine you kept your eyes closed while you put in the numbers.
I certainly hope this works. 4,
19.
4.
Okay.
27.
9,
27. Okay.
2, 7.
Okay. So yeah, certainly Justin and Dylan's characters like immediately notice that there is a number of guards. Or not guards, they almost look they look like similar people that you fought before. Like more of these bloodshot thugs, but they don't look like they were immediately expecting you. Like they have like weapons and stuff on their backs, but it does look like they were actually doing work around this warehouse when you guys came in. So I'll give you a little bit of flavor text here. So the ceiling of this frigid room is 20 feet high. Crates and gas canisters are arranged in orderly stacks and on racks 5 feet tall. Stairs to either side of the room lead halfway up the walls to railed platforms that sport large, humming machinery. Along the north wall of the warehouse is a smaller room with a lower ceiling, its roof forming another sort of platform there. You can picture this is just a big open warehouse, you know, railing upstairs kind of halfway, and then like a smaller kind of hut building office space in the back that also kind of has like a platform above it. But as you guys walk in, these guys immediately look hostile to you. So why don't we go ahead and roll for initiative?
Can I use my perception?
Yeah, those of you that let's see, those of you that rolled that perception check can carry over that perception check.
Oh yeah.
Because I think that makes sense. Okay, let's just do.
You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to take a short rest.
You can add it if you guys. It took more than 10 minutes to walk here and you weren't doing anything, so I think that counts for a short rest.
Okay.
Okay.
24 for Rhombus.
Okay, let me roll these guys real quick.
I got a 10.
Okay. You said 24 for Rhombus. Initiative value 24. Hyperion, you got a 10?
You betcha.
Okay. And then Ace,
Betcha,
what was
betcha, yeah.
yours?
19.
19. And Sid or Sunny, yours was
7.
7. Okay. All right. And let me stop playing that music and switch to this music. And then let me.
Battle has begun.
All right, new feature, and we can turn it off if we need to. But you should now be able to see whose turn it is because there is a flashing image behind the character. So Rhombus is up first.
I got 27, not
Oh,
7.
27.
Nice.
Oh, okay. All right. Just kidding. Sunny is up first. So
That is good.
I'll
I
work
don't know
on
what
the
fuck
flashing
else to
image
do.
behind that. It's actually our logo, but like the rolled D20 dice.
Color, yeah.
But you can't see our logo because the character's in front of it. So
Mm-hmm. You can kind of see it when it gets big.
yeah. I could also make
Just
it
so.
not pulse. I could have it be none. I could make it spin. I could make it spin and pulse, or I could just make it pulse. See, now it's spinning.
I'm just gonna move up. Analyzing these creatures as I do so, having already experienced one before. Looking for any signs of glitter and or bombs. Hopefully seeing nothing. Hopefully seeing no signs of glitter.
No
Mhm.
signs
And/or
of
bomb.
glitter and or bombs, no.
Okay, that was a free load check I did. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, that was good.
And as I'm running,
It's
I'm
perception checks
loading
are
my
free.
rifle.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna load my rifle up with an inhibitor, and try and get the frequency right for these guys' ears to make it piercing and annoying. So I'm gonna fire.
Okay. Which
With
one
a
are you?
-2.
You're firing this one that's straight
The
ahead?
one's- Yeah, straight ahead.
Okay.
And that is the -2. A 25 to hit. EAC.
Yeah, that'll be it. That's a crit. Not really, but that'd be cool, right?
It'll be a crit in my heart.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
So he will take a total of 3 points of sonic damage and have a -2 to their AC as
-2
this
to
frequency
AC.
pierces their ears.
Is that both ACs?
Yes, it's just AC.
Okay.
It should be, yeah.
Cool. I mean, that makes sense. I just want to make sure that wasn't like a specific thing. Okay. Good hit. Good start. Okay. It is turn.
Okay. Well, he was trying to relax, but I guess now it's not the time for that. He hears clearly Sunny shoots off a round.
Wait, no, you hear my gun fire in the background.
Holy shit.
Jesus fuck, bro. You're firing
a lot going on.
atomics.
Jump off your chair. Had your feet kicked up for a second there, didn't you?
That was good, yeah.
Here, let me see. Okay. So I will. Do I have to move around the desk, or can I go up and over it?
You can go up and over it. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
I don't think it's too acrobatic to move over the desk.
The door?
The door is open. Ace is standing in the door.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm gonna try to move my character through, but it was
Yeah, you were looking around.
yeah.
5. We're actually 25. We'll go that way.
All right, and I have Hyperion can't see shit, so you guys walked into the door and all of a sudden started shooting at people.
I didn't even see where they are. Okay, now they're over there.
Are we not doing the
Okay,
janitor thing?
What the fuck is a janitor thing?
Oh my gosh.
He
Don't see any
doesn't
glitter
know.
yet, but I'm sure it's in here somewhere.
Mhm.
I guess I don't really have any long range options. I'm just gonna have to keep trying to work my way up there. So I'm just gonna double move. Right there. Double move into the room. Ron just hasn't seen action for a while, so he's pumped.
Okay.
He's been dormant.
Mm-hmm.
right, that's your double move. All right.
It will be your turn next.
Ace in your face.
All right. Let's go. Come on. Grab me.
Before you go here, just because I maybe should have done this as part of your guys' perception check, why doesn't everyone give me a quick physical science check? Actually, not you, Hyperion, because you're not quite in the room yet, but why doesn't everyone else that's in the room give me a physical science check here?
Physical science checks are our specialty.
18.
Okay.
Not mine. 12.
Okay.
And 28.
28. Okay, 28. So you kind of run in here, and, shoot at this guy, and and Romdus comes running in, and Ace is about to run in, and you kind of look around a little bit, and you realize that, like, there is pressurized containers of gas used, in whatever work they're doing here, that probably are fairly, like, explosive, like, very highly pressurized. So these various red markers on the map here, you would know that these containers, if they took any sort of damage, would probably have some sort of an explosion effect.
Could I
Say less.
Yeah, do I know maybe the radius of such explosions?
It's hard to
Depending on the
say.
pressure?
You would say probably between like 10 and 20-ish meters.
Gotcha.
Maybe 10, maybe
Maybe 15.
15, maybe 20.
I'm gonna say over our comms, aim for the red barrels.
Okay,
Ron just looks down
that
and
is
sees
now-
one
sorry.
right next to his feet.
Yeah, I maybe if you nope, he just figured that out. Sorry, I'm not gonna run it back. It'll be fine.
What's my speed? 30. Where's my speed at? There you are, 30. Okay.
No, wait, we want to save evidence. Don't aim for the red barrels. Sorry, intrusive thought.
Hey, do what you want, man. Live your life.
I am concerned.
Ace will move here. And how tall are these things? Like, would I
Those
have
are
line of
probably
sight on
like
this person?
that person would have cover. So
They
they'd have
would?
a plus. Yeah, they'd have a plus
Would
2.
this person have cover?
That person, you'd probably be okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna take a shot at that person.
Okay.
Okay, so normal is a +5, so I have a +3 to my attack. Does a... Sorry, math is hard right now. Does a 16 hit
16 will be a hit.
KAC?
Yep.
It
it'll be a
will?
hit.
Okay. 10. Not great. Only 5 damage.
Okay. Looks like it hurts him pretty decently, though.
Yeah, we're
These
still pretty
guys,
low
if you
level. That
guys
doesn't
remember,
bad.
these guys were pretty weak. Let me pull up the funny-looking character art for these guys again, too. 'Cause I think it's funny. Show players. Kind of look like iguanas.
Mm-hmm.
Lizard people are hard for AI to understand. Brendan knows that well.
They've
And it
been
can't-
programmed not to reveal too much about humanity.
Yeah, in a campaign filled with lizard people on Monday night, it is always a struggle. But, okay, Ace moved forward, took a shot. Now
It's your turn.
my turn. All right, so it's gonna this guy here first. He's actually going to take a step over here. Actually, let's do. I'm just gonna do the full movement thing. That's okay. I guess when you hover over them, you can see the last movements that they did too. That's pretty cool. I can see what each of you
cool.
did. That's pretty cool, actually. Okay, I like that.
Some of
he's
us didn't do anything.
yeah, well, not yet. So he's gonna walk over to this machine, and you guys can't quite tell what it is, but he's going to interact with it and like press a couple buttons on it. And you guys is like, if you have helmets on or like masks, they slowly start to ice up just a little bit. Like you guys think that it's getting even colder in here. So you were thinking it's probably about 0 degrees already, but it is the temperature is dropping. And that is going to be that guy's turn.
It's your turn.
Okay, so this is the guy that has already been hit. So he is going to pull out his rifle. He is going to... Actually, let me make sure. Yeah, he's going to pull out his rifle. He's going to aim down at Sunny, and he's going to attempt to take a shot right back at Sunny, because Sunny hit him.
And not to be that guy, but everybody's remembering the negatives, right?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. You guys take a -2 to all of your...
I forgot about it at my barrel 28.
Both of you guys would have hit regardless. You were way over their AC, but that is a good shout. This whole fight, you're just thinking, fuck.
I took 2 off of mine for whenever I did my attack, so.
You guys are just thinking, fuck. Should have bought that Adderblossom. Should have done it. You're in the middle of combat, but it's just this nagging in the back of your head. You can't figure it out. Okay, I'm not going to roll so you guys can see you roll. Physical die. Siri die on the shot. It's that is going to be a 16 against EAC.
16 against EAC is my EAC, so yeah.
Okay. All right, so that is going.
Was the -2 also to our AC, or was it just attacks?
Nope, just attacks and skill checks.
Okay.
So I guess it should have been for some of the stuff that you guys did earlier, but I forgot, so that's on me. Unless you guys were adding it already, which would be
I was adding
awesome.
it already.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, totally.
That is going to be 1 point of electricity damage. Good sir.
Yeah.
He hits you with a little bit of a tase. Just,
that wasn't real gum.
Yeah, so he pulled out and shot. So that is going to be... That was good. It took me a second for my brain to process that.
It's your turn.
All right. And it's now this guy up top's turn. He is going to... Okay, so what do I need? So I need to hold control. Okay, so he's going to run up here and get behind this machine. And as he's running, he will pull out a rifle. But now that he is behind this machine, he can't really see you guys very well. I think he can probably still get a shot off on Ramdis, but Ramdis is probably going to have cover as well. So Ramdis, give yourself a +2 to your AC on this upcoming attack.
Mm-hmm.
And let's roll it here. Ooh. Go ahead and say a 3 isn't going to hit. So he takes a shot and is not able to hit you.
It is your turn.
And the last guy is going to be right here. And he is going to look at this red barrel that is standing right next to you and also pretty close to him. And he is going to attempt to shoot at the barrel, which has an AC.
Yeah, this dude's fucking insane.
Robot Dalton says hi.
Yeah, your internet just went to shit or something.
Sorry, man.
Good knowing you.
I rolled a 13 and I have a +5, which is an 18, and the AC of the canisters is 15, in case you were curious. So this is going to be an explosion, and I need to measure. That's not what I want. Not measure distance. Let's see, where is this option? Circle templates. Oh, nope, not around Dalton. Around this thing. So that is going to hit himself as well as Dalton. Okay. So, Dalton, give me, if you are here, give me a reflex save.
Now this is pod racing.
And I need to give this guy a reflex
I also will have a reaction.
Reflex is, I don't think that's a skill check. I think you're okay. You're going to have a reaction?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, the reaction should happen... Does it happen before this or after this?
It's when I take damage.
Okay. Cool. All right, my guy
Not
did
great,
not
only an
pass. Ooh, he got an 11 too. Both of you get an 11 and fail. So both of you are going to take some damage. And I rolled almost minimum damage. Jesus fuck. Okay, so that's going to be... On 2d6, I rolled a 1 and a 2. So that's going to be 3 points of bludgeoning and cold damage. But DC 15 half, so... Okay, it doesn't matter. So we take 3 points of bludgeoning and cold because we both failed. And both are staggered for 1 round. So you're staggered for 1 round.
So, as my reaction, I was going to use my mitigate class feature.
Okay.
As a reaction, when you take damage, you use 1 entropy point to reduce the damage to the level equal to your vanguard or your level. So, which is 3. So I take no damage.
Okay. So you just absorb the entropic energy of this explosion. Okay, that's pretty cool. And this guy hurts himself and falls down. So, or he doesn't fall down, but he gets staggered. So, a total, absolute success, if I do say so myself.
Yeah. Roundus sees this. He just absolutely tanks that the blast and sees him fall down to it.
Mediocre. Okay, let's see. What is the best way for me? Draw a free hand. Boop. Boop. There's a nice little X on the map to show that one has exploded. All right, Hyperion.
You are next.
We have made it to you, good sir.
There's absolute insanity going on in the next room
Probably
over,
really...
and I haven't been able to see any of it. There's explosions, there's people dying. I mean, I'm assuming I didn't walk up to this thing like with a sniper rifle out.
You're Donald Glover with the pizzas.
Exactly. I'm just like,
you should be able to pull it out as part of your move action.
I mean, I should be able to, but I can't. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I think.
Well, I think the first thing I'm gonna do is step to one side so I can see what the fuck's going on in this room.
Yeah. And again, when you get to like right here, it's getting real cold, like starting to get to dangerous levels of cold.
Okay. This is fun. Well, what, that was 10 feet. This is 15. This would be 25. And I could get up behind Ace. And I'm going to say, I have no idea what's going on. Activate weapon overcharge protocol. And I'm going to touch his gun and cast supercharge weapon.
Whoop, 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 whoop. That's dope. Okay, cool. So explain how that works, because it's like a next shot thing, correct?
America, explain. No. The weapon's next. If the weapon's next attack hits before the end of the next round, the attack deals an additional 4d6 points of damage.
Damn. It's real good.
If it's a single attack. If it was a area of attack, it would be 2d6 for each target.
Cool. All right, Ace, that means you got to hit on your next one.
Locked in mode.
Gotsta. Okay. Is that'll be the end of your turn then, yeah?
That's all I can do. I moved and cast. I'll go ahead and I could draw my pistol as I'm running, but
okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so you end your turn, and maybe, yeah, I think all of you would be able to see. Up top, you see an individual step out into the open. Oh, this door is closed. They step out into the open, and they look a little something like this.
No.
Ooh.
Oh man, that guy is pointing at us. He means business.
Oh, it's Big Tolo. Everyone watch out. He's got a nickname.
Tolutara. Awesome, actually.
So you see this individual step out. So let me make sure.
I like his swept back tendrils. You can tell he's the cool one.
It's cool art.
He's got
Yeah, no,
Argonian hair.
it's actually
He had Argonian hair. Thanks.
it's
Thanks,
actually valid art this time. Like it's a good art. So, okay, let me make sure. All right, so he is going to step out, and the pointing is actually I need to post this on stream. The pointing is actually accurate because he steps out and kind of scans the room, and the person that he can actually, before I hype this up.
I know who he is. It's an officer.
Yeah, okay. So he steps out and he kind of looks around, and the person that he can see the best happens to be Ramdus, because Ramdus is the only one with clear line of sight on him. And he points at Ramdus and yells to all the crew members and says, "Get him, boys!"
Yeah.
You can fucking try.
That was a good fucking hiccup, bro.
Good, dude.
That was good stuff. I guess
It's your turn.
His turn. It is his turn. Okay.
No, we just had a warg come into this wolf fight.
Yep. All right. Round 2. Sunny, sunny, sunny.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got hit by a taser. So still reacting to that a little bit, I suppose. But I'm just gonna lock in.
Okay.
No distractions. And I'm gonna try and shoot this guy twice just to take him out.
Okay.
He looks like he's badly injured, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
he
see if I
still
can
has his negative AC or whatever, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of that.
Okay.
And I have a -2, and he has a -2, so we pretty much even each other out.
Think you will have absolutely no problem hitting him.
Yeah, with a natty 15, I think I got him.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll again, and then just do the damage.
Sure.
That one might not hit with a. God, what's my plus with a -2? I'm terrible at math right now. 7. 12 EAC.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. All right, sweet. Okay, so that's 5 points of sonic damage total.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't have to keep saying he is looking rough. You can hover over the enemies and see how they're looking. So, okay, good turn. Ramdus, you have just been targeted and exploded upon. What would you like to do?
Get mad about it.
Yeah.
Kame.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna keep it a little simple with this.
Oh,
next
I'm sorry. I'm gonna run it back just a second. Top of the round, it gets cold enough that you guys start taking some damage.
Yep.
So it is now cold enough in here, which maybe some of your suits have temperature readouts. Maybe you would just know what their limits are. But it is now it is below -20 degrees Fahrenheit in this room.
Is that something that we like roll and to like do like a will, not necessarily a will save, but something like that?
So you will have, so you're going to take some flat damage.
Okay.
But then there's also going to be And I don't know if I should do this. I think I'm going to give the flat damage to everyone now. But there's also a fortitude save that you guys can do. I'll let you do that on your turns in order to avoid some more damage and like frostbite, hypothermia, that sort of thing. So let me give you the flat damage that all of you will take at the top of this round. 2 points of damage. So everyone take 2 points of cold damage, if that matters for anyone, the cold part of that. And then, Sonny, give me the fortitude save since I missed that for you.
I see. $15.
You are good. You do not take any further damage at this time.
Sweet.
But you guys know that if you were to stay in here for a extended period of time, that you may start to get beset by like frostbite or hypothermia or that sort of thing, because it is cold enough that you're feeling it through your suits now. So, okay, Ramdas, we'll do your fortitude save at the end of your turn for that as well.
Okay.
But you can go ahead and do what you were going to do now. I apologize. I missed that.
Oh, good. Go do, 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 and do a little shimmy back and forth as I run up, and then
Sure.
I'm gonna hit him really hard.
Okay.
With a Dashko.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, maybe not really hard. Only a 14.
That'll hit.
All right. That's good. That's good. All right. That's gonna be 15 points of piercing damage.
You describe your kill on this guy. You just walk up and murder this guy.
So, did he shoot at me? No, he shot at the. Was he the one that shot the barrel?
He shot the barrel.
Yeah, he shot the barrel.
So he was
He shoots the barrel,
already
barrel
not
explodes.
the smartest guy ever. And then he came up
barrel
and ended
explodes,
his
knocks
life.
him over. I walk up, I tank that explosion. This other guy comes out. He points at me. He's like, "Fucking get him!" And then I kind of walk up, shimmy, and then I just I hit the guy in the side of the head, and then it goes into the machine next to him, and it splatters his head into the machine, and then he collapses to the ground.
Violent. Okay.
And I point my Dashko at the guy. And I'm like, "You're next." Oh, it's a bit too much straight. You're next.
Kind of burning it off. Okay. Hell of a round. Ace.
Make ready. Your turn comes.
Oh, wait. Give me your fortitude save, actually, first.
15.
15 will be enough. So you do not take any further cold damage at this time. All right.
Okay.
Now it is Ace's turn. My apologies. I will remember that eventually.
I got a 14 on fortitude.
Okay. 14 on fortitude. You are going to take an additional 3 points of cold damage.
Okay.
If it gets to the point where it matters, it's technically non-lethal cold damage, that extra bit. But I don't think that should matter.
Okay. And what did the supercharge do? Adds an additional damage die, right?
46 more damage.
46 more
As
damage.
long as
oh,
you
shit.
hit with your next hit. Like your next shot has to be a hit. No pressure.
Does the boss that just came in, it looks like I have a straight line on them. Do they have any sort of cover?
That's
Maybe
a
the guy in
good
front of
question. I was
him.
gonna say the guy in front of him, he might get like a +1. I don't know if I have it straight.
So I have the measure thing, and it's less than half of the dude in front of him. But if that's what it
Yeah, I
is,
think
then
he's still gonna get a +1, shooting through the
Okay.
machinery through that. But I think
Okay.
a +1 shouldn't impact too much right on that niche situation here. So yeah, if you want to take a shot all the way over to Big Tola,
Okay.
he's gonna have a +1.
Okay, and it's a -2, so I just have a +3 on this. I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Okay.
Oh, so close to a natural 20. Rolled a 19.
That'll be a hit.
So 22.
Yep, that's a hit.
Alright, so
You can fucking
I only
one-shot the
have-
boss.
alright, so I'll roll my 10 first. 7, and I only have one D6 currently with me, so since I'm not at my normal station. 3, 15, 17, 18, 24, 27 total
Holy.
damage.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Take cover.
Thought that was it, man.
Okay. As you can see, Big Tola is now near death. So you take that shot. She gets it, almost like falls down to their knees, and she just like immediately throws her hands in the air in a surrender. So I think it all happens too fast. Maybe this actually. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah. I was looking around to make sure I wasn't close enough to any of those canisters, and
I
I'm
missed
good,
it.
so I should be good.
Did you roll the additional 46 damage with that?
Yeah, that was with.
Yeah.
Yep.
I fucking hope so.
I thought I heard him doing
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I
Nice.
just want to make
I
sure.
had to,
was a
I had
cool
to do it
shot.
a little. I had to do multiple because I only have the 1d6 with me, so.
Yeah.
You know, the total sounded like it was 46.
Yeah,
It is your
yeah,
turn.
yeah, that is for sure.
All right. So it is this guy's turn up here, and since he is right
And
next to,
you
go ahead.
said-
Sorry.
You said Big Tola surrendered.
Yeah, she immediately threw her hands
My
up.
give up. My give up.
Yep, I got it. No, I'm not willing to die for this. And then so this person right next to them
Taking chances.
immediately notices that and also throws their hands up. Like if the boss is gonna stop, they're gonna stop.
It's
but I
your
would
turn.
say
Whenever,
Go
when Ace sees that, just as like a free action, can he yell at the dude that just surrendered, the thug that lowered the temperature? Can he yell, "Turn the heat back up, god damn it"?
you can, but actually, if you want to do, yeah, you can say that, but he doesn't look like he is going to listen at this time. So.
Would I have a free action of intimidate, or would that cost me?
Only
If I can't, that's
yeah.
fine.
Since his turn is like that would have to be
Okay.
on his turn. Yeah, I don't think so necessarily. If we get out of combat, you could definitely have them try to do
Okay.
that. But
You surrender though, so that's pretty good.
yeah, this guy over here is near dead already, and isn't close enough to have really noticed what's going on. So he is going to try one more time here to hit Sunny.
Yeah, he's bloodlusted.
Yeah, a little bit of bloodlust. That's right.
A little bit of bloodlust, that's right.
Does a 13 against EAC hit?
It doesn't.
Okay. In that case, he is gonna then take a step back. Takes a shot, takes a step back.
It is your
It's
turn.
this guy's turn. I'm gonna say that he's close enough to have heard the surrender, and he also gives up.
Make ready.
Is now
Your turn
Hyperion's turn.
comes.
It's my turn.
You can see one guy maybe hasn't got the clue that they're giving up, but these two guys here and Big Tola seem like they've all given up.
This is one dude who hasn't given up yet. Which one is that?
This guy over here.
But left badly injured.
Yeah.
All right. And I have a -2, which would make my attacks a +2 to hit.
Oh, good. Well, with that guy's AC, I'd say you probably only need a 10 to hit. Or a
Yeah,
natural 10.
he's got a.
do
I
a
will say he's got an
50-50.
extremely low AC to
Alright.
start with, and it has been knocked down already.
Well,
Yeah.
what the heck? I've been rolling
give it a shot.
everything in the game. Energy pistol to the face. Does a
Ah.
6 hit?
No, it doesn't. It's pretty close. It's pretty close,
Yeah.
but it doesn't hit.
Yeah, it went from 11 to 4. I saw that. That was brutal.
All right.
It is your turn.
Well,
Okay.
Can't win them all.
Victola. Actually, that's a good shot. Brendan, give me a fortitude save, unless
Ugh.
you don't feel temperature as a hologram. which would be pretty crazy, but like
You
maybe.
most certainly do.
I don't know about that. I'll go ahead and roll.
Yeah, that would be pretty strong. But like,
Cold,
cool.
Cold is all encompassing.
That's true. Can fuck up electronics.
See if this rolls better.
I did.
Hey.
All right,
21.
you are good. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah,
it gets
come
to
on!
it gets to Tola's turn again, and she like throws her arms up and she yells over to the other guy in the corner. She's like, "Put your gun down, you idiot! Put it down!" He like puts his gun down.
Yes, put it down.
Would anyone else like to do anything in combat? Otherwise, I can end this initiative.
Kind of thinking Rhombus wants to go for another one. Just because he's really pissed about it.
No, I have hiccups. It's your call. I can. I'll roll it back. Sonny, do you want to do anything? Actually, if we roll it back, you guys are all going to take cold damage again. In fact, you're probably going to take cold damage regardless. Yeah, you probably will take it at least one more time before if you try to force them to turn it off, which is what I would imagine you would do.
Is there one of those consoles up here?
Actually, that's not true.
Kind of where I am.
Didn't we just take cold damage on my turn? Why would I take more cold damage?
Well, it's every certain period, but it is not every 6 seconds. You are good.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna be moving up, still with my rifle kind of trained on this guy, and then also kind of looking over to the to these three as well.
Okay.
But I kind of just want to move up, just to be closer and maybe to get to one of the consoles.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be moving up.
That'll work. Ramdas?
He's gonna.
Everyone's got their
he's gonna
hands
be
in the air now.
He's gonna be walking up to this guy. Says, but he's talking to the main guy.
Okay.
He's gonna say, if you're really gonna surrender, then you better turn that off, or this is gonna happen. And he just like swings up, and he's gonna hit this guy. He's 100% gonna hit for this guy.
Okay.
Better turn it off before this happens.
Yeah, and then don't give them a chance to turn it off. Just swing at him.
Yep.
Okay.
You didn't do
it's
it quick
gonna
enough.
be. I rolled an 18. So I don't
Yeah,
think I need
that's a hit.
All right. And that is going to be 14 points of piercing damage.
All right. You kill this guy as well. Describe your kill.
The hammer comes down directly on top of his head and does like a kind of like a Mortal Kombat where his head goes into his neck for a second, and then he but the hammer kind of gets stuck and he rips it back out and the head's still attached and kind of like kicks it off with his foot.
Ah! And you just hear all the other guys, stop! We surrender! No more!
You better turn the air back up.
Okay.
I'm gonna start walking for the next one.
As soon as it's my turn, I will.
It will be your turn next.
Ace, you want to do anything? It's still an initiative.
I'm going to say,
Ace.
Mr. Romulus, I believe
Okay.
you're confused. Oh, did you say Hyperion or Ace?
Ace.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Ace would just walk up and he's still gonna have his character, like his gun drawn and pointed at probably the boss.
Okay. That'll work.
It's your
It's this
turn.
guy's turn up here. He turns off the high-powered air conditioner. Or at least he looks like it does. You maybe notice a little bit of heat. Not heat, but like maybe it doesn't... The cold starts to slow down just a little bit if you had a thermot. Like, he turns it off.
It is your
Our
turn.
nipples are a little less pebbled.
This guy is gonna like take a step back and keep his arms up like he's going to like put his back up against the wall.
Make
He's
ready.
now Hyperion's
Your
turn.
turn comes.
You say, Mr. Romulus, it appears that they have surrendered. There's no need for you to continue these violent actions.
Well, it's still getting cold.
Ah.
I think that's just alcohol. It does something to your blood. We don't have time to explain it, but yes, you're probably a bit colder than the rest of us.
Makes me rage.
Oh my god.
For those about to rage.
All right. Tola's
It
gonna
is
come up
your
and just be like,
turn.
"Oh, please, no more. No more. We give up. We surrender. I'll tell you whatever you want. Just let me live."
Good. Now, tell these men what you want. I don't know why we're here.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything in initiative now?
I'm-
Not an initiative. No, I don't.
I'm good
I
with
think
no
we can.
initiative.
All right,
Get out-
I'm
out.
going to end the combat. I'm going to click on cloud music, and then I'm going to click on atmosphere, and then I'm going to click on sci-fi. Start some sci-fi ambience. Ambiance? Ambient.
Yes. I've heard it pronounced
Okay.
both ways.
So do you guys like direct these
Or you're
guys
taking-
somewhere?
When you need to go to sleep, then it's an Ambien.
If you take too much Ambien, you get an ambulance.
I would. You broke
Oh,
Brendan.
That's good.
Got him.
That was too good.
I would want them to be away from any of these consoles. I don't
Okay.
want to deal with any more temperature changes.
Yeah,
so whether
if you
that's
direct them,
over
they'll
here,
stand
yeah.
wherever. So this like area up here again is like these are stairs up, and then like this
Right.
platform and all this is like 10 feet above you guys. So.
Okay.
Oh god.
Just stands behind him, just with his hammer still out. He's not gonna
Okay.
do anything yet.
There's two horribly mutilated bodies on the ground.
Yeah.
So Victola's kind of breathing deeply, and she just goes. I keep saying she. I want to make sure. Yeah, that's a female. Okay, she's a female. Female desk. So she goes. Let me live. I'm willing to talk. I'm reading the next sentence to see if I'm
I don't
immediately
I
friendly,
don't know what I
or if
have.
my attitude is still unfriendly, and a diplomacy check is required. To be. So yeah, you guys could try to do a diplomacy or like an intimidation check to try to get her to talk, but also, you guys need to mod. You need a mod to ban. You're a fucking mod. And I ban them as soon as I see them. To try to get them to talk, but you might also think of something that you want to ask too, and then work that way. So.
I would do an intimidate.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think that your pure action of like standing behind them with the hammer is probably enough to be counted as an intimidation check. So, since it seems like you were on top of doing that, go ahead and give me. Actually, hold on.
Could we say that Ramdas standing behind them would be an aid to other people who are
or
like if I'm
vice
asking
versa.
a specific question,
Yeah.
and then that's like an additional like a +2 or something.
I think breaking the Geneva Convention is automatic success on a intimidation check.
It would be,
See,
but I don't want to necessarily encourage that.
Right, sure.
After this combat, this high, why doesn't everyone give me a will save to see if they're still feeling guilty as shit about not buying an Blossom?
Or if our
I
bloodlust burned it out of
I
it.
feel great about it, honestly.
will.
I had
is
almost completely forgotten that we did that.
+3. I got a 21 on mine.
Okay, 21. You think that you probably made the right decision. You no longer feel bad about it, so you can
Hell yeah.
you can remove that.
Didn't need that shit.
I got a natural 1. I think I'm going to go back and buy an Apple Blossom.
Oh my god, Brendan, I also got a nat 1.
Oh my god.
We are holding hands and skipping down the road towards our new purchase.
Let me go. I just take everything I own. Okay, yeah, you guys are going to continue to take a -2 penalty to attack
Anyway,
rolls
I
and
could go
skill
into
checks.
debt to purchase an Apple Blossom.
Anything I can do.
I'm good for it. Just ask any of my friends. Any of the friends I made in jail.
That's incredible. So, yep, continue to take that -2. All right. jump back to what we're at. All right, so yeah, whatever way you guys want to do, those of you that want to do an intimidation check to whomever you want, just let me know what you're saying, what you're doing, who you're talking to, what you want to know, and I'll let you know what numbers or what happens. We'll play a game. We're gonna play a game. You let me know what you want to do, then you tell me what numbers you get doing that thing. I'll let you know what happens based on those numbers.
Alright, that sounds like a fun game. I just lost the game, but that sounds like a fun game.
Bitch.
Oh no. Ace is gonna be asking Big Tola, what they know of the attack on, and was it like an this is Justin not remembering. Was it an institute or something that we
It was a
heard?
museum. Yep. a
Museum. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, Ace is gonna
It does
ask
research and stuff too. But yeah. Yep.
yeah, about what they know of an attack on the museum last night.
Okay.
We saw
And I'll be doing
Bruce
it,
and Big
uh,
Gungan.
And he'll be throwing a threat in there that if they don't cooperate, my friend back there with the Dashko is going to make sure you are very familiar with said Dashko with an intimidate check.
I like to think that when he does that, he points and they all look to turn to Rondus, and he turns as well because he thinks someone's behind him.
Ace goes,
Oh,
"No,
I see.
Rhombus, you are my friend. You are my friend."
Oh.
I understand now. All right. So
I got a 21 intimidation.
okay. And do you aid Rhombus? Give me an intimidate check as well.
Oh yeah. 18 plus 9, a lot.
Okay, so yeah, you aid. So it's a
Damn,
23
got a
total.
plus.
Yeah, so it looks like she's just like, yep, I'll tell you anything. She goes, I don't know very much about the heist. She's just like trying to think of things to give you because it's like
But you have heard of me.
overwhelmed. But you have
You
heard of it.
have
Yeah.
heard of me.
She goes, we use this place as a front for smuggling and rent-a-crime operations.
The future, a wonderful place.
Yeah, she goes, Tola only knows, and now I see, I don't know why I spoke in third person there. Tola knows only. Okay, she goes, I know that an Ifrit woman in stylish clothing, undercleave wear armor, used Tola's office. I keep speaking in third person now, like that's what she's saying. Used my office during that time, and I didn't
say
ask
she's
why.
so scared that that's all she can do.
Yeah. She goes, some
disassociating.
Ifrit woman wearing cleave weave armor.
I'm not
used-
the person that's in this situation.
That's a hell of an intimidation check.
So silly.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
sorry.
she goes, she doesn't know much about the heist. She knows that, like she says, yes, we're the Bloodshots. Yes, we use this place as like a front for smuggling. She goes that the data heist, she only knows that an Ifrit woman in stylish clothing, under clear weave armor, used her office during the time of that heist, and she didn't ask why she was using that office. The kind of thing happens from time to time where people need to use that office that are above this particular person's station, and she is better off not asking questions.
And this is the office here in this building.
This room up here, where she came out of,
Up there
would be the office. Yep.
I was zoomed in too much and I didn't see where they
Yep.
they
No,
had
you're
come
good.
in.
She came out of that room, is what you saw earlier. So you probably you haven't been up there. Yet, necessarily.
There wasn't an Ifrit person at the heist last night, was there? I don't remember one.
No. No, it was just the gang, the air elemental thing, and what was
The
that
other
person's
lizard
name?
people.
She's been a bunch of lizards.
I guess there was the person in the room, but I don't remember what their.
Savash.
Yeah, but he was kind of like a
Savash.
dinosaur, so it's
Yeah,
pretty close.
he was
anyway.
a. Oh, I guess he was. Yeah, they were an Akeshti, but not a Ifrit. They were the ones all these guys are Akeshti. They're the ones that shoot blood out of their eyes, or they can shoot blood out of their eyes at least.
Have you seen this Ifrit woman before? Or was this
No.
the first time that you'd
Nope,
ever seen them?
This was the first time that I'd ever seen her before.
Did you get a name, or do you know how we can find them?
Nope. People come and go. Tola lets them in. She goes, I just do what Mama Throsh tells me to do.
Did the woman use your computers or anything while they were in your office?
I assume so, but I wasn't in the office at the time. I left.
I think Ace will kind of turn to Hyperion and say maybe you could go in the office and check out to see if you can find any digital traces of this person, get any information from them using it.
I'm going to need to use your computers. I hope you don't have anything on there that your mom wouldn't approve of.
She just
Do you have recapture disabled?
She looks like she's thinking for a second. She's just
Oh shit. Which one of these is a bus? Someone come help me.
Sonny, go with him and point out the buses.
Computer check. Her computers can't answer these. That's good. So yeah, you want to go up to this?
It's impossible.
To this office. Okay, so the office door is like right up here. Let me pull the view up here just for the stream at the very least. Yeah, you let me know. You move yourself in there. It's Tola's office. You move you in there.
Move. Oh, I can't see it. Okay.
There you go. All right, so if you
All
step
right,
in
well,
here,
I'm going to make myself at home.
I'll give you a little flavor text here. So it says balmy. It's balmy in comparison to the warehouse, but still cool. This office has a long desk with a computer terminal and an oversized but aging executive chair. Behind the desk is a view screen playing a trivid of cryogenerics services in a silent loop. To the east is a kitchenette, and to the west is an area with a couch and low table. A clear-doored refrigerator nearby holds a multitude of beverages. Doors stand to the east and west. So you would know, maybe you wouldn't know, but I'm telling you anyway. The temperature in this room is just below 40 degrees as compared to like the negative 20 and rising outside. So it is definitely a lot warmer in here. So go ahead and give me a computer's check if you want to take a look at this computer.
I will do that.
And I will say the text says, hacking it seems easy. So we'll see if you are able to hit this seemingly easy check.
Nope.
Oh my fucking god, Brendan.
Oh no. It is. Oh god. I don't know what a crosswalk is.
Call for help?
Is that 2 ones in a row?
So not the first time I've seen a
this
one
is
roll
like
tonight.
not cool.
You could try it again, or you could call someone else in to try it again if you're not confident in your ability to try it. But
I am not trained in computers.
I mean, I could try it again if there's no consequences for the first time.
well, I mean, you don't know if there's any consequences, but you are able to try it again. Sonny can
coming
help you
into the
point
room
out
to
the
at least aid
crossroads
you.
too.
Yeah, I'll do what I can. I'm not proficient
Okay.
by any means, but
I mean,
Okay.
could we just have the big Tola person go in and put in their password?
Potentially.
help expedite the situation for everyone's betterment.
Maybe Sonny kind of lead Big Tola in there and have
Or,
them
Yeah.
help.
Ask what the password is.
Yeah.
Let's see
If you would, dear big Would you come in here and assist us with
Oh,
this
the
computer?
password. The password's just Big Tola.
Ah, yes, of course. Thank you. It
And
is
you
Big Tola after
try
all.
putting in Big Tola and it doesn't work.
All right, I come back
Doesn't
out with
work?
my rifle
Wait,
out.
wait. Is that legit? Does it not work?
Yeah, it doesn't work. But if you say something, she goes, "Oh, capital B, capital B."
Okay, thank God. I was about to smash one of these
I
fuckers'
know.
heads in.
She saw you like getting amped
Like,
about it and like can hear
Yeah,
the
I like my
frustration.
my hands started to clench that axe, and I started to raise it just a bit.
That was just Austin being dumb. I don't want to kill one of these guys. I just capital
intrusive
B,
thought.
capital B.
Big Tola go, wait.
Wait. No. Okay, so yeah, you are able to not hack into this computer, but you are able to kindly ask for a password from an intimidated lizard. So
Kindly.
you get in, but it looks like it almost looks like a fake shell, like almost like a fake virtual machine is like over the console. There's like innocuous business records, and like looks like those records do like link to legitimate business of cryogenerics to like the Meltdown's lawful operations. However, you do notice that the last activity shown on the terminal occurred yesterday, and it was a brief log of payments the company received and then transferred to a bank. Give me a another computers check here, Brendan.
All right. Who thinks that I should use my own dice?
Well, I do,
I do.
because I have things I want to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you if you can't get the number.
No,
15.
it's not.
Okay.
I rolled a natural 4.
Okay. Yeah, you're looking through it. These records and like this log are basically all that you find. It looks like maybe you do see like a large data transfer around the time of the heist, but that data doesn't appear to be on the computer anymore.
What is wrong with me today? Nobody else is. Oh! I didn't. Yes. Well, I think I need to run some diagnostics.
I didn't even think about it.
If you
All
wanna
those
give it
checks
a
would have been
shot,
at a
go for it.
-2 too, because you are
That's true.
stressed
I've got, like,
out
a negative roll.
because you think, hey, that's why you just can't get in because you're just like, fuck. Maybe you're like trying to hack in and you just write Ada Blossom like it's just on your mind.
That's a
But
blossom.
it's real. This isn't real. None of this is real.
Oh no, Hyperion's disassociating.
Let's see. I think there's some other things that you can get on the computer though. Give me a second.
If someone else wants to try this, go ahead. I'm giving up.
I'm not trained in computers.
Actually, I am
no.
wrong. You didn't get enough information to know than other things to look up. So
Oh, Jesus Christ.
who?
Superstar. I think it's a play.
Yeah, no, I'm the little brother and the big brother, low brother on the computer meme. I'm the younger one. You're the older one in this scenario.
Wow. I wish someone
you guys
out there
could
would just tell us what we need to know.
You can also ask the thugs things if you would like to try to ask them anything in particular differently to Big Tola, if you'd like.
Ah, yes, we are having some trouble. The password was very helpful, thank you. But if you could just come in here and just like stand over our shoulder or whatever, just help us a bit.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you.
What are you looking for exactly?
I think Hyperion will let you know. I'm more of an envoy.
What can I help you with, Mr. Sir, ma'am, robot, hologram thing?
Normally I'm very good at this. Is this like a, I don't know, like a fake computer? Can you get in the real one? What are we looking for?
Is this
Why
one of
am
those
I so
fake
stressed
computers?
out?
She goes,
How do you play a computer with anxiety?
she goes, oh, okay, yeah, I guess. And she kind of like
This is very stressful.
puts her hand up to the keyboard, and I imagine maybe you're like still there. I guess you're hard light, so you're not actually a hologram. I was gonna have her like pass through you and have it be rude, but she probably can't do that.
Bro,
She's
that's
like,
weird.
if you wouldn't mind. And she like tries to step in front of the computer. And it does look like she is able to like close out of a couple programs and enter a couple things into like the command prompt or the space equivalent of a command prompt, and like this fake shell is shut down. So she's like, okay, it's done. And if you get back like into the chair, you can now see like the real data structure. So you can see that the computer seems to contain thorough records of Cryogenic's business dealings, including smuggling ledgers and gang-related security procedure, such as when to send non-gang employees home. And again, you see that there was that large data that was transferred around the time of the heist, but that data isn't on the computer anymore. Give me another really good computers check.
Oh God. Now I don't know whether to roll in real life or on the game.
You have any star points?
I have no idea.
Could we lend star points? Because
Nah.
don't we all have at least? Let's see. Didn't we have?
Should be in the chat. I have it all. It should be up to date in the chat.
Brendan had 2.
Okay.
I have 2.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna allow lending right now.
30.
Okay. What'd you roll there? What was that? 19?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty damn good. Okay. Yeah, with a 30, you are looking through and like searching these logs, and you uncover a payment for thermal regulator maintenance that had its date changed to match financial logs accessible in the fake shell. And that payment came from EOS Athletics Club. And that's EOS Athletics Club. So I don't want to play your guy for you, but I would imagine if you're on the computer and you don't know what that is, you may take some time to search the infosphere for EOS Athletics Club. Does that make sense? Does that sound right?
Yes.
Okay. So
I get the sense that you want me to say yes.
I do. And I need to not. I need to just let everyone not
No,
find
it's okay.
things out.
You're
Okay.
in charge.
Okay.
Whoa, bro.
So yeah, if you search for this, like the name of that club on the infosphere, you find that despite being a newer building, it was caught in a massive solar shield failure a few years ago, during which numerous guests and employees perished. It was once a popular location, especially for Saren Ray's faithful, and the club looks to be located on Corona's rim, looking out onto the solar plasma.
Well, that sounds pretty wild.
God, it's
Could
insane.
be a cover-up.
There's another computers check opportunity here.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, I don't know why they have this
Did
spread
it
out.
say make them all separately? It didn't say like. It says make another one. It really.
No,
says
I mean, I
just,
guess
like,
it doesn't
keep
say.
doing
It just
over
says
and over
this,
again.
which requires another computer. I mean, it just says requires this computer's check. But you have to get to the next check. You have to have known. Yeah. Like this is about public records for the athletics club, which you wouldn't have even known about.
This is insane!
Yeah, there's a lot of.
I'm supposed to enslave all my friends. Oh, that needs to be a soundbite for
Give me
sure.
another
but,
one and make it pretty good.
Okay. What is the absolute fucking worst that could happen? Why would you put why would they put a recaptcha here?
You are just searching the web, to be fair.
Oh,
Hey,
that's fair.
that's good. That's good enough.
How
28.
about them apples?
That's very good.
Lol
So-
cat.
So if you're going through like public records for this place, um, due to Corona's chaotic public works. Oh wait, hold on. Public records, which require check to find due to Corona. Okay, so like this is a hard check because of Corona's chaotic public works. You can see that this AOS Athletics Club officially belongs to a mercantile consortium called the Malika Group, and that is MALIKAH, the Malika Group or Malika Group. This organization bought the building a short time after it burned, despite rumors that the place is haunted or cursed. The Malika Group has no public face on the burning archipelago, on the face of the burning archipelago, although it owns real estate in various bubbles of the city. Speculation on the infosphere holds that Ifrit owned the company, which is only a few years old. So, lot to unpack there. Learned a little bit about this payment came from the EOS Athletics Club. They had this giant incident where a bunch of people died and it was supposedly ruined. And then another company came in, the Malika Group, and bought that. Malika Group seems to be even extra shady. They don't have any face here, like any official buildings here, but they do own a bunch of different real estate. And speculation on the infosphere holds that Ifrit owned the company. And the company itself is only a few years old. There's there's a refrigerator in here as well, so you guys could look through the refrigerator if you want to look through anything. If you guys want to like strip these guys down for gear, you're also welcome to do that. If you have more questions you would like to ask, nope, actually, I'm not going to give any hints. I'm almost like, remember, this happened, so you should ask this. Fuck, Austin, stop playing. Let the people play.
So, like, is anyone hungry?
I'm starved.
I could eat.
Oh, I didn't expect to get this far. No, I don't know. We got some random information about a faction that has nothing to do with this one, apparently.
You do know from earlier too that the Bloodshot's main headquarters is at a place called the Meltdown. So you've learned that previously, so that's another piece of information to log in. And that's like the pawn shop that you're pretty sure is a front for like the larceny stuff, stealing vehicles and breaking it down sort of thing. But this is where the data was sent to.
I would say that it would probably be good to look through the refrigerators and stuff to just kind of see what all is going on.
Yeah, why is it so cold here? Why is it negative 40?
The cryogenics is the work that they do here.
Well, I was thinking more, why did they have guards in, like, these bad guys in here rather than people who actually work here doing stuff?
Yeah.
So if there's bad
Hyperion
guys in here, then there's some...
did find on the computer some, like, protocols that kind of talk about when they send the actual workers home versus when they keep the gang members here. So if you look through that, you could probably see that, like, hey, we recently had data sent here. Protocol states that we, send people home for 2 or 3 days and only have gang members working here in the meantime, in case there's any sort of backlash.
But I was figuring, what I'm saying is, like, if there were normal people here, then everything would be fine and good. But if there's just bad guys here, then they're trying to keep some stuff secure. So there's probably some sort of clues to find.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so if you check, I'll start in this room at least. If you guys check that refrigerator, looks like the refrigerator contains a variety of drinks, about half of them intoxicants, and stashed in the bottom are numerous packs of meat snacks imported from the Viscarium. And a drawer at the bottom of the cabinet contains an engineering specialty toolkit for working on environmental systems. It doesn't give any sort of like credit value for the food and stuff, so you can do with that what you want. And drinks.
But you said there were intoxicants down there.
Uh-huh, I sure did.
Okay. So how do I add those to my inventory?
I just add them as
Is
a
it just
note.
kind of
Yeah, it's just generic.
Okay. How many? How many intoxicants are there?
If it tells you what tier they are or whatever, then they
Nope.
should be an actual item.
Nope. It just says contains a variety of drinks, about half of them intoxicants. It does not give specifics in this case. We'll say there's 6 in there, half of them are intoxicants, so there's 3 intoxicants, 6 drinks, small fridge.
I'm just gonna start taking those.
Okay.
Put them in my bag.
Let's see. You guys are kind of hanging around here, like Ace said, kind of trying to find any sort of clues or anything. Everyone can give me a perception check if they want to kind of look around here. I would say this perception check kind of involves you hanging around for a little bit. So if you feel comfortable taking a 10-minute rest/search, that would probably be okay as well. You guys can.
19 perception.
Okay.
26 perception.
Okay. Anyone else would like to roll that?
I'm gonna go ahead and say that my -1 is probably not gonna help me out a lot here.
That's probably fair. Okay.
-1 with the -2.
AKA -3. Okay, so yeah, Sonny, you're looking around and you find a crate kind of in one of the corners that's labeled coffee beans.
Oh, even better. All right. That seems weird. It's not in the break room, is it?
No, not in the break room. Give me a
this
DC
might be-
15 culture check to see if you really think it's weird.
19.
Yeah, that's weird. You realize
Guys,
that's,
this is weird.
Whole coffee beans
Sorry,
aren't
that's Dawn.
commonly refrigerated or frozen. Do you want to open
Guys,
that
this
up?
is weird.
Use coffee beans to cover up the scent.
Doesn't look like it's got any sort of a lock or anything on it.
Okay. Yeah, I open it up.
Okay, it has 10 doses of hyperleaf in it.
Oh.
Looks like that's where they were
Whoa.
storing some of their drugs.
It's like space cocaine.
6 things of hyperleaf. That's crazy.
To be fair, I think hyperleaf is more like space weed.
Again, crazy.
So someone can add that. I think that should actually be an item somewhere, probably. 10 doses of hyperleaf. Although I did catch the joke that you just made, Dalton, where you said 6 things of hyperleaf because you've already taken 4 of them. Wow, it's crazy. There's only 6.
Okay, so where in the map is this?
We'll say you found it like kind of up here in this corner.
Okay.
World is Carmen Sandiego.
Cool. Whoa! What the fuck is this?
Exactly.
And I bring out the dime bag.
What
so
are they going
Tola,
to do?
like you guys are kind of sitting there,
Tell
kind of
the
like
cops?
looking around.
LOL.
Tola has come back out and is maybe sitting, sitting back with the rest of the people now. And like after those 10 minutes pass, she goes, "Would it be okay if we left now?"
Are you keeping your mouth shut about what you saw here today?
Absolutely. We're we're a criminal organization. It wouldn't do us well to have authorities sniffing around in here. And to be honest with you, there's really not a lot of authority in this bubble.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Look, listen. Here's what's gonna happen. There's a broke off broom over there. Only one person gets out of this room.
Oh my god.
No. Well, everybody can go. Goodbye.
She goes, thank you. She so if she is actually about to go and walks out the door, she turns around. She's like, one last thing. Could you please go easy on Mama Throsh? She isn't bad like me. She's just doing what she can to make ends meet for us. Good, thanks.
As she says that, Rom just looks at the just mangled mess of the body on the floor and just goes, "Yeah, sure thing."
Okay.
What are we doing here? Does anyone know?
What is this story?
All we've gotten are lists of names and potential gang members. I thought this adventure was about the sun.
You're on the sun.
Stop talking about the sun.
Actually, start talking about the sun.
Start talking about the sun. What the actual fuck?
Okay. So they dip. Is there anything else you guys would like to try to do here?
I don't
actually,
think
so. Okay. Would you like to try to loot these two bodies that are dead on the ground?
Sure.
Might as well. You don't want to waste a good.
What they got, bro?
All right. So each of them has a set of second skin, a longsword, a pulsecaster rifle, a battery, a med patch, and 100 credits on them. So that's going to be 200 credits between the lot of you. And I will give you...
How many credits?
200 total. So whatever. So that's 50 apiece.
50 each?
Yep. Yeah. So each of you get 50. Let me go through and give you guys these things in the actual... Okay, so 2 second skins, 2 long swords, 2 pulsecaster rifles, 2 batteries. Might pull all those 2 med patches. Okay. Can I now? Wait, I think I just have to do it this way. JK, it's annoying. Transfer shared, transfer shared. Transfer shared, transfer shared, transfer shared, transfer shared, transfer shared. Alright. I think everything should be in shared now. Okay. So that is the stuff that you were able to scavenge off of these dead foes. So you guys now know the location of this Aeos Athletics Club, which you've heard of, don't really know too much about now. You have the location of the Meltdown, which is the Bloodshot's main base of operations. You've also heard of this group of Ifrits that seem to own this athletic club. You know that the data was sent here, but then also sent off to another location. You
couldn't trace it, right? There wasn't any
No, it didn't seem like the data wasn't here anymore. You could just see that there was a file transfer that was done, but the location isn't something that you're able to find. You know Aeos Athletics Club, the history of it a little bit. You know about Mama Throsh. You've heard about her. Tola told you to go easy on her. She's just trying to make ends meet. Tola didn't seem to know too much about the people that came here. There was definitely a different group that came here and used the office. Yeah. You know about the drugs. You found the drugs. 10 doses of Hyperleaf. Let's see. Was there any other... I guess the only other room you haven't searched necessarily, there's a bathroom up here, top left. If you wanted to search the bathroom, you
stuff
could.
in the room?
Could. Go take a look.
I was just asking.
You don't know from where you're at.
Okay, Sonny is on a roll with the drug hunt, so I feel like he's gonna definitely go into the bathroom.
Okay. If you go into the
check
bathroom,
and
you
look.
don't even need a perception check. It's got towels and toiletries, as well as a basic med kit and
Oh, hell
an
yeah.
even fire unit. And let me tell you what, I have no idea what that is.
An even fire unit?
Yep. See
Well,
if I
we
can't-
wouldn't want an uneven fire. Hey, yo.
Even fire unit is crafted of chemicals found on sweltering jungle worlds. Is a dull brown cylindrical unit, no larger than a datapad. When the unit is activated, an electric current causes the chemicals to emit steady heat, but not light, within a 30-foot radius. So it's like an electronic campfire. Perfect for an adventure
nice.
set primarily on the sun.
It's so dark. We need to light things up.
But it's like they had a space heater in the bathroom. It's what it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shit.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. Well, we can end it there for the evening. Unless you guys have a firm idea of where you want to go next and want to announce that, or you could take the next couple of weeks and kind of talk about it and try to figure out what you want to do next. But whatever works best for you guys.
Two location. Wait, what were the two locations again?
Okay, so
There's
you
a
have
gang hideout.
that's the meltdown. That's
Indubitably.
you learned
Yep.
about that
It's a
in the last
club.
place. The
Mhm.
the meltdown is like you from the stuff that you read online. It's like where they steal cars and break them down. So it's like a junkyard type place.
Okay.
But that is, as
Alright.
far as you know, the main base location of the Bloodshots. Like that
Okay.
is their main. That the meltdown owns cryogenerics. But you also learned about the EOS Athletics Club.
I
And
would
that-
pronounce that as EOS.
EOS, yeah, okay. EOS Athletics Club, and that. Let me make sure I tell you correctly why you found out about that.
They were the ones that the money.
Yeah, so yeah, you
Went
uncovered a
to,
payment
right?
for thermal regulator maintenance that had its date changed to match financial logs accessible in the fake shell, and that payment came from this athletics club.
Came from the athletics club. Okay.
And you know the athletics club had that incident and then was bought up by this other company, and that company owns some stuff on the bubbles but doesn't have like a main base here, and like the rumors are online are that they are run by a group of Ifrits, which are also like fiery people. So
Is that a club in the sense that it's a business, or you mean like it's actually?
well, so it
dancing
used to
club?
be like it used to be an athletics, like a YMCA is what I'm picturing.
Oh,
Okay.
so not like a NFL team type thing, but
That's what I was thinking.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You know, it could be.
It doesn't specifically say.
No, it just says athletics club.
Mixed messages.
I think
Could just be a club, like a Oons club. That's
Mhm.
still athletics.
that's true.
It's true.
Give me 1 second, and I bet I can.
I mean, to be
Dancing
fair,
is
it's
athletic.
10 o'clock. So if we want to.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, I think
That's fine.
yeah, we can definitely
Yeah.
figure it out. Yeah,
We
I don't
can
think you guys
discuss
are gonna go
offline.
anywhere. I was trying to see if I had some flavor text for.
I'm just going back and forth on whether
Yeah, I'll just
I.
have current descriptions of it, not necessarily what it looked like pre-incident.
I'm just
so.
going back and forth on whether I want to take a 10-minute rest or not because I've got one resolve point.
Well, you
What?
guys took a
And
10-minute rest kind of while you were searching around this room, if you want to.
What? Sorry, I would be down to one resolve point, and but I don't have that much stamina damage.
Oh, use your resolve point during that to get stuff back.
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah.
How many
Yeah,
result
I
points
don't-
do you have total?
I have 3 total.
Oh, that's not very many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what the math is on that, but we have looked up into that recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Having less than 4 is crazy.
Yeah.
regardless-
My stats weren't great, so.
Get you an ability crystal or something.
Yeah.
Good night, stream. Good night, YouTube. Good night, TikTok.
for watching.
I'm not streaming to TikTok, but night.